Ulit. So, mhm, um, ayan na naman, naka-live ako and the first thing I want to do is to greet you all. Welcome back to my channel and as you can see, yung energy ko ngayon is better compared dun sa last video ko and I think it's normal naman to, you know, have fluctuating energy from time to time. And what else? Yung ibang mga social media personalities, they prefer to always be, always show the bright side ng channel nila. They always want to show something positive. And of course, kung ang goal mo is to motivate people, is to inspire people, to entertain people, I think na talaga namang you have to show mostly yung bright side sa channel mo, yung bright side ng personality mo. But for me, kasi in my channel, I want to be as true as I can be. So, I respect those vloggers na, or I respect those personalities na gusto nila is yung talagang happy lang lagi, yung papakita nila sa mga subscribers nila or dun sa mga viewers. Yeah, but like I said, for me kasi that's the reality. I just want to be true dito sa channel ko. And, um, yun nga, compared dun sa last video ko, mas okay ngayon. And I bounce back. I need to bounce back to my normal energy. So I just want to share with you how you can really bring your life, sorry sa hair ko. I just want to share with you how you can bring your life back together na knowing na parang ang buhay natin is a combination of ups and downs. So yon. Before anything else, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click the like button later on if you like the video and to click the bell button to be notified kapag may bago akong video. So, yon. Yun nga, gusto ko i-share dito is, ano ang gagawin mo kapag feeling mo parang you're getting off track? Yung parang wala ka ng motivation, wala ka ng inspiration. And I think there are thousands of answers to that. There are thousands of solutions to that low emotion or low energy that you are feeling. But I just want to share with you my insights on this and sana makatulong sa inyo. Yon, I think the first thing that you need to do is to recharge. Like yung last video ko, um, was talagang, alam mo yun, ang pangit ng quality. Shoot ko siya ng gabi, which is, I was really so tired. And shoot ko siya na, I think that was the first day of my period, which I think is like, too much information. But, alam mo yun, low energy ako nun eh. So, hindi ako recharged. Um, Pagod ako. So, I think para siyang, when you see somebody who's tired, like if it's a friend or a relative na pagod, what do you tell them? You tell them na, oh, magpahinga ka naman. And, nakikita mo yun sa ibang tao, you give this advice to these people, pero ikaw sa sarili mo, pagod ka rin. So, I think that it's important na to tell yourself, to give some time to relax and to unwind. And I think we can compare ourselves to a mobile phone. Like ito, di ba? Parang, pag low bat siya, di ba what do you do? How do you observe your phone? Di ba para siyang you can't use it na parang natatakot ka na hindi mo siya pwedeng ma-maximize, hindi mo magamit yung mga apps, nagdidilim yung ilaw niya. So, hindi mo siya na ma-maximize yung pinaka-use niya. So, what happens is, alam mo yun, limited yung gamit mo sa kanya. So, you have to recharge it, di ba? Parang iwan mo siya, nakatenga lang dyan. And then, after some time, balikan mo siya. And then, kapag ka-recharge na siya ulit, it's bright. And, nagagamit mo na siya ulit. Di ba? Yung mga apps niya, nagagamit mo na. You can use it as a camera. You can call anyone. So, I think ganun lang din tayo. We have to recharge. Kasi if you're not, taking some time to recharge, low energy ka, wala ka nang maibigay sa tao. I mean, wala ka nang chance to take up opportunities and you see opportunities as problems. Parang dagdag sa gawain, 'di ba? Parang that's how I see it eh. And I think parang sa pag-charge din ng phone, hindi rin pwedeng naka-charge ka all the time. Once na nakapag-recharge ka na, you have to use that contained energy for something productive. So, hindi ka pwedeng, let's say nakapag-unwind ka na, but unwinding for weeks, unwinding for so many days, I think that's not right din. So, di ba pag ang phone, in-overcharge mo, ang nangyayari niyan, it will explode, alam mo yun, accidents can happen. And ganun din sa atin bilang tao na parang once you recharge, you have to use that sustained energy for something productive. You have to get back your life on, you have to bring yourself back on track. So that's how I see it. So kung lagi ka lang unwind ng unwind, recharge ka ng recharge, eh, wala ka na rin naman, hindi ka na rin naging productive kapag ka ganon. So just like a phone, you have to recharge and then there, nakapag-ipon ka na ng energy and then you have that stamina or grit to undertake responsibilities again. Second is, I think, yung acceptance. You have to accept that life is a combination of pain, pleasure, happiness, sadness. And it's not permanent. Hindi naman, happiness is not permanent, di ba? It's an emotion eh. And if you don't accept na sadness or difficulty is part of life, then you will feel na parang victim ka ng mga pangyayari. 'Di ba? Kasi if you always chase for happiness or pleasure, which is napaka-imposible, you will feel like parang failure ka parate. Ako, I have to be honest, nung nag-abroad ako, I was searching for happiness, laging happiness, ano bang gusto ko, dapat maging masaya ako everywhere, dapat masaya ako. And the media is always telling us na you should be happy, di ba? But the problem is you can't be happy all the time kasi may mga pangyayari sa buhay natin na hindi ka naman laging masaya. And kung hindi mo, dapat ma-accept mo yon as humans, suffering is part of being a human being. And, parang, hello, double holidays. So, things aren't really going to be, things will not go as planned. Like, ako, na-accept ko na parang, there are times na kailangan mong umiyak. There are times wherein you have to, feel depressed. There are times that then you have to feel miserable. It's part of life. And once you accept that, you will be stronger in conquering difficulties in your life. You will not search for happiness, but instead you will find that meaning. Why am I doing this? What is my overall purpose? That's it. And I think number 3 is that you have to have this positive thinking. And positive thinking for me, of course, that is very controversial. Some people are saying that positive thinking is useless. And for me, positive thinking is useless if you don't take action, if it's just all in your head, if it's just all in your thoughts or in your words. But if you don't take action, then nothing will really happen. I remember Zig Ziglar. Well, if you don't know him, he's a motivational speaker. And he said that positive thinking alone will give you no results, but positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. So, of course, it's easier said than done. And, for example, parang paano ba maging positive? Like, when you wake up in the morning, you say a prayer and you think that your day will be intended for something productive or something good or something that will, uh, let you progress. It's like being, I don't know if you have already heard this, but uh, being inverse paranoid. So what is inverse paranoid? So paranoid means you're thinking that the world is against you. But inverse paranoid is something like believing, instead of believing that the world is plotting against you, you're using it, you're thinking that you're believing that the world is plotting to do you good. And the people who have acknowledged that is, for example, Jack Canfield. He has written that in his book as well, and Brian Tracy. Oh, I'm not sure if Jack Canfield, but definitely it was Brian Tracy that I was able to get in touch with that idea, and also W. Clement Stone. W. Clement Stone, a billionaire and a philanthropist. So sabi niya parang, as much as possible, I have this mindset to be an inverse paranoid. And I think that is one principle that we can apply in our life. So it's like similar to the law of attraction. Now, yung law of attraction, what does it say? It says that whatever you think about, whatever it is that you talk about, whatever it is that you feel intensely about, you bring about. So kung yun lagi ang nasa isip mo, if you think that you're a failure, then you will always be a failure. Kasi that's, thoughts are things. So yun yung law of attraction na sinasabi. So sabi nga ni Albert Einstein, di ba? The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed if we are not changing our thinking. So si Albert Einstein na yon, di ba? So Pag siya yung nagsalita, wala na tayong uwian na, 'di ba? He was right. So parang all begins in the mind eh. Like parang ako, um, for me, iniisip ko na lang if magmumukmuk ako all day, if I will be like sulking in one corner, alam mo yon, if I'll just feel like parang, ano ba naman to, ba't ganito yung buhay, then, I will really just be ending up as a pessimist without really enough output. So, pessimistic ka na nga, wala ka pang output, di ba? Parang ganon. Instead, naisip ko lang is that if I change my mindset, which is I think the first step to change your mind, to make it really that, decision to change your mind, then I will be able to use that sadness or that loneliness into something that is more productive. So I think that is one of the things na tinuturo ng positive thinking. So yun, I think they're all related. Positive thinking, being inverse paranoid, and um, really understanding the law of attraction. So maraming iba na they understand law of attraction but they don't take action, then it's useless. All I'm saying is that if you really want to take action, then it all begins from the mind. Yon. And number four, I think, is that you have to cheer for yourself. Para yung energy mo ma-maintain, you have to cheer for yourself and don't wait for people to, cheer for you. Kasi minsan, when you follow your passion, you're waiting for people to okay, hello. You're waiting for people to cheer for you. And, you just have to continue doing what you love without really asking for approval from other people. And sometimes we are so hungry, we are so eager to ask for support from others. Well, I'm not saying that you have to reject other people's support. When they show their support towards you, you have to thank them, be grateful for that. But if every decision that you make is based on other people's approval, then you will not be happy. Because you have to remember that other people are also busy with their own lives. They may bash you, they may talk about you, but the truth is everyone is insecure about one's life. So if you will always think that if I do this step, if you're always thinking that every step that you make should be um, supplemented by a compliment of other people, then you will really not be happy. 'Di ba? For example, you love painting or you love, like, let's say to vlogging, parang you expect people millions of viewers right away. I think you'll not be happy. And some people will always, raise their eyebrows sa ano man ang ginagawa mo. But, if you believe in yourself, if you be the first cheerer, if you are the cheerleader of yourself, then you won't be asking for anybody's approval. You will not be hungry for other people's acceptance on whatever it is that you do. Diba ganon? It's always a competition. I'm not saying that you should really try to always stand out, try to be the best. But the measure of your success should not be based on other people's opinion. It should not be based on trophies. It should not be based on views. It should not be based on likes. And it's easier said than done, diba? I mean, in this social media world, we're always pressured to always give out the best, which I think isn't really happening all the time. And I think that the fifth that advice that I can give is to organize your life. You have to make a plan because I think if you make a plan and then you're able to cross out all the things that you do, then um, you'll have this some sense of accomplishment. I remember I was back in elementary, we have this assignment notebook. And I think lahat naman tayo merong assignment notebook ng grade school tayo. And when you're not able to open it, pag hindi mo siya nire-review pag uwi mo, then, alam mo yon, hindi mo nagagawa yung assignment mo, may nakakalimutan ka. Or, let's say, hindi mo sinulat dun yung assignment, then pag uwi mo, hindi mo nagawa. And then pagpasok mo the next day, nagawa ng mga classmates mo, and ikaw hindi mo nagawa. Yung ganun. You know, I think being organized is one of the things that could really help you prioritize which thing you should do first. Like ako, back in the day, like many years ago, nung bata ako, I wasn't really organized. As in, if you open my bag, sabog-sabog siya, ganyan. Maybe it's because I was in my comfort zone. Because I know back then that if I mess up, someone's gonna catch me. Like, andyan yung family ko, andyan yung friends ko. Wala namang mawawala sa akin eh, di ba? Parang ganun. So, I always like, parang, dyan lang, dito lang. Kasi nga, someone's always there for me. People are always there for me to always, clean up the mess that I do. But then, but once I entered adulthood, especially nag-abroad ako, I realized that if I am not organized enough, then I will really mess up. Kasi kalat-kalat yung gamit mo dyan, and of course, the things around you affect your thinking. So kung cluttered ang paligid mo, that means ika-clutter din niya yung mind mo. And if your mind is cluttered, ganun din siya. Kumbaga, it's a domino effect wherein if you don't organize your life, everything will just be topsy-turvy. So you really don't know saan nga ba nakalagay yung bag ko, lagi kang nawawala ng gamit kasi nga hindi ka organized. 'Di ba? And then eventually, pag hindi ka organized, parang the eyesore yung bed mo, pagising mo sa umaga, you can't even fix it, 'di ba? Or yung mga gamit na, mga damit na hindi mo naman ginagamit for a year, andyan pa rin, nakatambak pa rin. And yun, like dito yung sa room ko, laging tambak-tambak lang yung gamit, but then I realized that it's so, parang, um, it's not right. If, especially, kung tumatanda ka na and if you can't organize those simple tasks sa buhay mo, then how will you be able to conquer bigger things in life if you can't even do the smallest things? And then eventually, ma-realize mo, disorganized. You feel like parang wala kang control. Wherein in fact, you have control. And if you're able to organize your life, you will parang, alam mo yun, it gives that sense of self-worth that you're able to accomplish something. So it really takes a lot of, you know, lot of organization, a lot of, sorting things out kung ano talaga yung dapat mong i-prioritize. Yun, you can't do everything at the same time. That's why kapag ka-organized ka, you're not overwhelmed with things. And sometimes it happens to me na parang ang dami kong gustong gawin, 'di ba? Ang dami kong gustong i-accomplish, and then eventually I end up nothing. I end up doing nothing. Na parang ano ba talagang uunahin ko? Where in fact, kung sinulat mo siya, 'di ba? Parang kumbaga inorganize mo siya na these are the things that I wanted to do. 'Di ba? Today, tomorrow. These are the things that I want to accomplish 5 to 10 years from now. Then everything you will be guided accordingly. Yun, that's how I see it. Bye. Thanks for watching. So anyway, those are the 5 tips for you to really, get your life back on track. So for you, like I said, there are highs and there are lows. So you have to, number one, you have to recharge. You have to really make the decision. Really have to find time for you to recharge, to find time for yourself, to contemplate, to meditate. And you spread yourself too thin. And second is that you have to accept when you're feeling low. You have to accept that it's not permanent. Eventually, you're gonna get out of it. And if you're feeling depressed, and if you really need somebody, and if you feel lonely, then you go to a counselor, you talk to a friend, you talk to a parent, you talk to somebody you trust. And number 3 is that you have to maintain positive thinking. I just want to reiterate again this inverse paranoid. Sana talaga you would really incorporate that in your life, being inverse paranoid. And the law of attraction, that you have to think and talk the things. If you really want things to happen, you have to talk it out. You have to think. At the same time, you really have to feel that emotion that you're going to achieve that big goal in your life. But you have to take action as well. And number 4 is that you have to be the first cheerleader for yourself. Don't wait for other people to give you that approval as you do the things that you do, especially with your passion. And number 5 is that you have to organize your life so that you will feel more in control and that you will not be feeling overwhelmed. That's it. I hope that my video was able to give value to you. And what else? I'm about to end this video, but before anything else, don't forget to grab a copy of my book, Smile Across the Miles. It's available in the Philippines at National Bookstore, Metro Manila branch. And if you want to order from me, send me a message. And don't forget to follow me on my social media, which is on my Facebook and my Instagram, Net Javier. And you leave a comment down below if you're able to resonate with this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And that's it. If you're feeling sad right now, always offer it to God. Or I don't want to sound too spiritual, but just offer it. Say a prayer, offer it to somebody, and just tell the Lord that whatever suffering or whatever low feeling that I have right now, I hope that it will alleviate somebody else's pain. So that's what my mom told me, and it was taught to her by somebody else. Yeah. So that's it. Take care, everyone. God bless. Bye.